Hello, this is David Dindi, a lead consultant at LeadsDev Ventures. And today I want to talk about staff motivation and engagement and with a bias towards sales team. Yeah, I know a number of organizations are really spending a lot in terms of staff recruitment and training. After a very short time, you are not able to get the results and you move staff out, or either voluntarily or uh, uh, by termination because the business is not able to get the targeted revenues. Yeah, so this is a heavy topic for me, and it is something that I believe by end of this, the business leaders will be able to adopt the best practices that can enable businesses to keep staff motivated and retain them for the business lifespan. Yeah, so motivation is described, it has so many definitions, and I've picked on three. Just look at it as a process of stimulating people to action and to accomplish goals. The process of initiating enthusiasm, job satisfaction, and morale amongst employees of an organization. I also looked at it as the art of getting people to do what they want, what you want them to do, because they want to do it. It is something that you want them to do. At the same time, they also want to do it. Yeah, and I'll go deeper in terms of looking at what are the types of motivation that we have. Basically, we have two. That is extrinsic motivation and then the intrinsic motivation. And extrinsic motivation comes from the external environment. These are things to do with rewards, whether positive or negative reward, bonuses, salary, etc. According to observation is that rewards and incentives either don't work or often do harm to sales team in this century. Actually, there is a mismatch between what the science knows and what the business does when it comes to rewards. Rewards narrow our focus and zoom towards the goal. We don't think beyond the targets and the rewards attached to them. An example here is that if, for instance, a salesperson is supposed to achieve 50 sales numbers in this month for them to get, for instance, a certain amount. They'll work towards that, and once they achieve it, they'll be okay that they have achieved. So it narrows our focus. The solution and the way of doing things are documented. You're not given opportunity to think beyond when you are intrinsically motivated with rewards. As long as the task involve only mechanical skill, bonuses works as they are expected. You are expected to achieve a certain target. Yes, you will work towards it and achieve it. The higher the pay, the better the performance. But does it last? But once the task calls for cognitive skill, a larger reward leads to poorer performance. Does it even make sense? Uh, so, what does this rewards do? When someone feels like the work is meaningless, it feels like you are pushing a load upstairs. And when you are allowed, you are given the task to be creative around uh, solutions, then you will find yourself more motivated because you'll be feeling meaningful work being done. So the two diagrams actually shows how it feels to have a meaningless work and how it feels to do meaningful work. Intrinsic motivation. This is the desire to do things because you like and enjoy doing them. And the blocks that drive the intrinsic motivation are autonomy, mastery, and purpose. And autonomy here is the urge to direct our own lives. We want to control what we do when we wake up, what we do during the day, and what we do during the evening for us to achieve the result. Mastery is the desire to get better and better in what really matter to us. Yeah, that desire to grow and to be better at something that you do. You always have the drive to do it much more as opposed to when it is just given to you. Purpose is the yearning to do what we desire in service of something larger than ourselves. It's actually beyond ourselves. And these are the drivers to intrinsic motivation. Yeah, so as I mentioned earlier, that extrinsic motivation is whereby somebody really follows the instructions, the detailed instructions, and getting the results. While in extrinsic motivation, you go beyond the instructions. Yeah, it is about your own creation. What have you done? What initiatives have you made for you to achieve the results, regardless of the outcome? You can see the two figures. One person has really followed the results and has achieved the instructions and have achieved that particular result. A very nice dove. But is he happy? No. The person who has been given the opportunity to use their own creation to achieve a result is more happy because of the efforts that have been made. So something that works with intrinsic motivation is what we call results only work. Yeah, this is whereby someone is given the room, the autonomy to work and design the work they want to do to ensure that they achieve the results. So in such an environment that we always encourage businesses to create in terms of giving of autonomy has led to high staff productivity and high staff engagement, high staff satisfaction, which eventually leads to low staff turnover. Let's look at how things operate at the business environment. A day after a compliment vis-a-vis a day after a cash bonus. And we can reflect in our respective businesses to see really if this is really making sense or whatever we are really presenting is quite abnormal. Yeah, so our search and our findings is that after a compliment, the staff really gets the drive and the desire to work better and to achieve more. While a staff that has only been given a cash bonus, they'll always like look at it in terms of either it is not comparative to what the effort they have put in place, or there's always desire for more in terms of this is now not making any meaning. You can see the second employee is saying, why try? I am not getting paid anymore for it. Yeah, so for extrinsic motivators, one of the characteristics is that you really lose this motivation at a faster rate. So it is on a short term. It drives the staff on a short term basis. But when you want to use it for long term, when you want to use it for years and years in terms of driving staff within the organization, then it means that there'll be dissatisfaction and the turnover will always on the rise. Yeah, so in case you have any question, kindly subscribe and put comments on the comment section. Thank you.